It must be weird to feel that when your wife or your girl, when she attempts to do something to you sexually, you can feel that she'd rather be anywhere else. That's happiness. That's happiness. Only can make me happy. When I talk to you, I'm happy. When I look at you, I'm happy. That's happiness. When I look at you, I'm happy. Hi, how you doing today? Good morning. Hi. Now the sun comes up. The sun comes up, and this is this guy laying here. I don't want to speak to her. I don't want to speak to her. I don't want to talk about having kids. This is going to be a combination of what some men are going through. I will have all the good men on the planet for myself. I want no commitment. Commitment, it binds you to one person. Well, you're all supposed to just babble, sure. And my dream life would be that, right, having all the good men to myself on the planet, which I will, and going back to work a little bit. I don't need the universe anymore. I feel that whatever this thing was that everybody believed in, even myself, universe, before I realized who I am, and this guy, that's what I was going up against. And I won. And with what I'm capable of, I used to be a little nervous. I don't want to talk about pregnancies. I don't want to gossip. Oh, this is someone's breakfast. Get up. You have to put your hand on your cock. Some guys don't do that. You should do that. Remind yourself that you're a man every day. You look in the mirror, you put your hand on your cock, and you explain to yourself who you are. Remind it, whatever it is that you do. This guy, this is what happens instead. I get up. She puts my hand on her tit. Well, now, if you want to get, spiritual, that's you now loving a part. No, well, I don't even feel a love. I feel it's not hate yet. It's not dislike yet. Is it? Do I? And this is, how about this? Maybe I don't even know, but she knows. And that's why she puts my hand on her tit. And the first thing I feel is a bag. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Men will want women like me that are all natural. The only thing that's not natural about me is my hair, everything. I never had injections, no sucks, no tucks, no pulls, no injections. And I'm good. The second that this other man gets up, it's, oh my God, I was on Facebook today. What the fuck? It's fucking 4:10. It's 4:10. Or we're up early. What are you doing on Facebook in the middle of the night? Others, it's, I saw so-and-so outside the other day, and I swear I thought it seemed like she was on the phone. Gossiping about the neighbors. This is what my life has become as a man. As a man, this is what my life has become. This guy, this King of Swords with the pregnancy, he can't have kids. And it's because he's supposed to be a part of these men who live a more free lifestyle. Yeah, this is a divine masculine. Well, she did try to kill you in the past. You woke up really sick, though. Yep. I had 3 interactions with her. They were brief but bold. Yep. I did say if it killed me or her. This is a darker spirited divine masculine. This is a darker guy. He could look a little darker, or he's just, yeah. And what happens when you're with these types is you suppress that darkness, because these types are usually the frauds that come in with the jelly beans and la-di-da, sure, twirling the hair, hee-hee. So then they adhere to that, and then if these are the true men, then they could possibly be Heyoka men and Sigma. They're going to start taking that on. I mean, some of these guys were short of plucking their eyebrows when they got up in the morning, put on fake eyelashes. You're almost there. You're almost there. I get up, boom. The first thing you do is you grab your manhood. That's all you got. Really, that's all you got. That's all I got. Huh? And I don't break them for nobody. This is who was in jail? I couldn't wait for you to get home. Oh, is that so? Oh. Who's got the hand in the cookie jar? Evan's got their hand in the cook. I'll tell you what, I don't know what's up here. Something's up, all right? Who's this? 3 of them. Timmy's got his hand in her cookie jar, and Adam's got his hand, or had it, in the cookie jar. And I guess, I mean, that's why, well, maybe you needed to know. What is this? So, I'm going to keep pushing this until you men of value feel your own. It's not just seeing it, but you move like your value. Yeah, exactly like it. Okay, and this one is skilled at marriage. I'm skilled at getting married. I'm skilled at getting engaged. Now, you could have even said this too. Maybe you said this at some kind of function. I'm good at getting engaged. That's a wow, but you're not married. So what happens? Let me guess. They ask you to marry them, and then something happens and they change for the worse. This is a king. This is a king incarnate. And this other woman here, I'm not saying that she's a peasant, but she could have been a maid. She's definitely not a queen, or this would be like this. This would be like this. That's how it goes. Round peg, round hole. You understand? You're the square hole. He's the round peg. That peg belongs to someone else's hole. I'm going to do this all day in layman's terms if I have to, lady. Yeah, doesn't belong to you. A king and a father, right? This is a father. This is a... These types of men are valuable to me. They are valuable to the universe, well, whatever. We'll call this whatever this is, right? We'll call it galaxy. I'm tired of hearing universe, and I'm tired of fucking hearing God. I really am. I can't hear devil enough. That's another thing that everybody manifested, all the Christians. Have you read the thing? Do you go back and take in the things that you read? You talk more about the devil than you do God. No. Here she is. And now, these kings, these men that are feeling this rip and pull away from certain things, there's a reason for it. It's, that thing that I said was moving in the atmosphere and it was pulling in all directions. Well, this could be kind of indicative of that, where it's pulling all of you away from, people. That's what it feels like. Tell me more about these kings, these men of value. Nope. This feels like serving to me for some reason. That's what that looked like to me. Sir, kings get served. Can I explain to you how it was before, what happened? Tell me what happened. Jealousy and envy. Yeah, I wonder how long this has been going on, where people just set up to make it seem like people are cheating or yada yada yada. But what queens would do? They served men, and it would be multiple. Sometimes it was sisters with other brothers. That this whole brother cousin. I'm telling you, I honestly don't feel like that matters when it comes to having children that are certain type. I think that's just your DNA could be screwed up. Your brain could be screwed up, or you could just have karma where you could have killed some handicapped kids in a past life, and now you got to take care of them. Otherwise, I don't know what this God of yours would do that for. There was a mix-up in anatomy. Yeah, don't you forget about me. All right, so this is serving. This is what they're going to be now bringing in. Because by them saying that they don't wish for this anymore is now bringing back what they're truly here to receive, what they're here to do. Right? The right part. Yep, sure. Thank you. And these are, well, I mean, this is here is a mess. Serving. Yeah. This could be what okay. All right. What they did back then, where they were ceremonies and rituals to bind people together. It was a healthy binding. It was a commitment on both sides, but it was with many people. History could have repeated itself, and then we were all separated. We do these things instinctively, you know what I mean? When you're separated from the herd, you do things instinctively as it was done when things were great, when people worshiped the sun and brought in jewels and coin and all this other shit. And just because the terminology changed doesn't mean that the way of doing it is supposed to change. We have to go back, and it takes real women who know how to serve men without being envious and competitive with them and jealous. There are not many of us on this planet, but there are some. And what I'm going to say is all of the women who are like this will effortlessly bring in, through magnetism, these men. And it is fated for this to happen because of just all this bullshit that's going on. Some of these guys, I have to be with a man. This has to be a man. We compete with everything. Even when we play tennis, she competes. Well, what a difference a letter makes, huh? Well, but this will happen. The sexual attraction when it comes to this thing that we're in is way off. It's off. It's on, but then it's this. I'm attracted to this one, and I'm with this one. It's like ripping your soul in pieces. You don't have to have that other one waiting to get rid of the one that you're giving it to. That now, what are they taking from it? They don't even appreciate it. You can tell. So what does that mean? You're investing. This is a business transaction now. You're investing your energy, which is your money, into this. And what are you getting out of it? Frustration. When you're in a relationship or some type of togetherness with somebody, and you have to finish yourself off, and that shit is less than a year old. I don't know what we talk. Yeah, why settle for second best with anything? We don't settle for with certain things in life, but then we just accept it in other areas. Some of these guys have too conservative of a life, and it's not them. They were in a cult before. It wasn't Freemasonry. It was a big, just respected. This happened. This happened in the past, and we were separated. The shit I say this is why they're itching. You know what I mean? Nah, there was a hell of a lot more than 300 when it came to this. And it could be that me, and now that I'm saying this out loud and letting the universe know, I keep saying universe. I have to get used to that because I don't feel like that. I feel like that could be an entity too. It's a very bold, powerful entity. But what happens if it's possible that something else becomes more powerful than you? I'd say, no one will ever become more powerful. I disagree. This is the belief I've had my entire existence. This is why I am what I am. Look, this is secret marriages. That's what this is. These are ceremonies. This is the Daisy I Will. This is the Justice card with the High Priestess. And what that tells me is like, we just know that this is a commitment. I don't have to grab wedding rings and wedding papers to remind. I remind you by the way that I serve you. And same for him. He serves you. And whatever, that's protection, whether it's verbal protection, physical protection, something. This will go back to the way it was. It has to. A decade. They put decade on there, so it could have been 10 years ago. Riot. There was a riot. Something happened, or they could have done that for distraction or something. Some type of riot somewhere. There's going to be... I'm calling you in, damn it. And bank. So there could have been a riot or looting something at a bank. Like a looter in a riot. Right. I don't know why I said that. I don't have anything else to go off of with that. This is ritual to me. This is blindfolded. This feels like ritualistic sex. Not all the time. But knowing that this type of energy between these types of people bring in... It's easy to do it this way. You have these interactions with people that you can't even stand looking at. I mean, I don't believe you start losing immediately, but after a certain amount of time, you start to lose your self-worth, your dignity, and just the way that you used to feel about yourself. TFZC. It could even be that people with a certain DNA don't have a tolerance to things. So people like the kings and queens, they may not have had a tolerance to certain, you know what I'm saying? Well, you could call it a cult in the beginning if the world outnumbers them, then they're a cult. But when they wind up being 50 more strong because of people who are going to be dropping dead, now it's the new world, right? Now the other side is the cult. Is that what we're doing by numbers now? OB. FCB. People are having dreams about this. Flat-chested bitch. Nope. What's up with this? Is this going under, is this surgery? They were really flat when I met them. Nope, but they were really flat when I met them. I mean, this is about as flat. Look at this shit. This is you're correct, Daisy. This is the Ten of Swords. I don't know how much more flat you get, darling. Have a great day. Yeah, this is like inverted tits. Somebody said they had or they wanted to say that they had a double mastectomy or something like that. Because it looked like this. Look at somebody just cut them off even. And then what? So I wear dresses. It fits differently on this one. It looks differently on this one. I don't know why they're bringing this up, but. And then, okay, so that's for that, right? And then I guess it's hard. Listen to me. For me, because I see things from a woman and a man's perspective. If I was interested in women and a woman came up to me completely flat-chested for my personal taste, I love tits and I love ass, so I love all sexual body parts, but I love tits. It would be difficult for me, I'm sorry, it would be difficult for me to feel the kind of passion, because that's an instinct to grab. And do you know how they had sex back then? Passion. Mm-hmm. I want to spend time with you, maybe get a little and then I need a break. Nobody's, this is what they did. You know, the sisters came in and they tapped each other's fingers. This is how things were back then. Why people live like this now, but some of them get real weird into spiritual shit. This is just going to be a lifestyle. Hey, we're not going to, people get too involved in the ritualistic part of it. And it becomes this trance cult. Yeah, anything goes eventually, because when you're too much of a trance, you don't stand for shit. You're just like, well, yeah, okay. And then you mix some ayahuasca, whatever hell these people do, and it's like, sure, go ahead, steal the kid. They'll bring him back. They're a pain in the ass. Queen of Swords. Look at this. I mean, there she is. Yep, this feels like... What is it that I want to say? Can you feel what I want to say? This feels like a bringer in, look, many, and there's many options. This is, with the Two of Wands, I believe, faded, something that was already pre-planned. And now that it's acknowledged and accepted, you're going to have to accept this. If you are one of these men that you feel like are of high value, let it be known to whatever that, yeah. All right, thank you. That's it. I have to say it once. Bye-bye.